Hi, welcome to Ligem classes. And once again, we are going to solve some MCQs. Now, there are 30 MCQs, 30 excellent MCQs on later Mughal rulers. So, let's get started. So, what we are going to do here is we are going to solve all these MCQs one by one. Okay, so let's go with the first question. The two regions surrendered by the Mughal Emperor Ahmad Shah to appease the invader Ahmad Shah Abdalis. So basically, it is asking what were the two regions that Mughal Emperor Ahmad Shah gave to Ahmad Shah Abdali. Ahmad Shah Abdali was the invader, so that he can just placate him. So the two regions are Punjab and Multan. The correct answer is Punjab and Multan. Now, there is something you should know. These MCQs, you don't really have to watch this video. After watching the lecture on later Mughals, you can solve these MCQs on your own. Okay, so basically just go to this link, ligem.com later Mughal ruler quiz, and you can straight away just do these MCQs. Okay, so now the second question, when was the Battle of Karnal fought? So the Battle of Karnal was fought in 1739. So the Battle of Karnal was fought between the Persians and the Mughals. And of course, the Mughals were defeated. The Battle of Karnal was fought by invader Nadir Shah when he invaded India, and it was fought in 1739. Okay, the correct answer is 1739. Okay, who fought against Mughals in the Battle of Karnal? Now, this is something that we have just discussed recently. It was fought against the Mughals by the Persian invader, that is Nadir Shah. So the correct answer is Persians. Okay, now the fourth question. When was the important Farman issued by Mughal emperor for the British trading privileges? So basically, this is one of the most important question of the later Mughal rulers. So basically, 1717 is basically the time, the year at which the Farman was issued. The Farman was issued by Farooq Siyar. Remember this. So basically, this Farman gave trading privileges to the Britishers. So the correct answer is option D, 1717. Okay. Now, if you have trouble finding the answers of these MCQ, always watch the lecture. It's a beautiful lecture, and you just after watching this lecture, without the help of this video, you can solve your own. Okay, so let's go to the fifth question. The three regions where the Britishers were allowed to enjoy duty-free trade are. Now, the importance of 1717 Farman was the Britishers were allowed to do duty-free trade. Basically, they didn't have to pay taxes. The duty-free trade in these regions are Bengal, Bombay, and Madras. So the correct answer is D, Bengal, Bombay, and Madras. Okay, the Mughal emperor who issued the Farman of 1717. Okay, so this Mughal emperor was Farooq Siyar. It was actually the dumbest thing done by Farooq Siyar. Because of this dumb thing, the Britishers eventually became the masters of India because he allowed duty-free trade. So the correct answer is option B, Farooq Siyar. Okay, then the seventh question. The true statement is, the first statement is the Sayyid brothers were secular. This is actually true. The Sayyid brothers, despite their infamous name, they were actually quite secular. So this is actually true. First option is true. Okay, so let's look at the second option. The Sayyid brothers defeated Persians. No, they never defeated anyone. Okay, and the third option, the Sayyid brothers were of Chinese origin. This is also wrong. The Sayyid brothers hated Marathas. Again wrong, because Sayyid brothers actually took the help of Marathas to depose of the Mughal ruler. So the correct answer is option A, that is A. Okay, Sayyid brothers were secular. Okay, so then we have the eighth, the Mughal emperor after Aurangzeb was. Okay, so the Mughal emperor after Aurangzeb, he was Bahadur Shah. Okay, so the answer is Bahadur Shah. The Maratha prince released by Mughals in 1708. It was Shah who won. Okay, so basically what happened is Shambhaji. Okay, so basically the Maratha Empire, the Maratha kingdom was started by Shivaji. You obviously know that. Okay, so Shivaji's son was Shambhaji. Shambhaji was defeated by Aurangzeb, and Shambhaji was imprisoned and later executed by Aurangzeb. Along with Shambhaji, his son, that was Shahu, was also imprisoned by Aurangzeb. Shahu was at that time a very small kid, and he was actually treated very nice by Aurangzeb and the Mughal nobles. So when Aurangzeb died, he was actually released by the Mughal nobles. So the correct answer is Shahu won. Okay. The first Mughal emperor to be executed by the nobles. The first Mughal ruler, the first Mughal emperor to be executed by nobles was Farooq Siyar. Okay, so the correct answer is Farooq Siyar. Which of these Mughal emperors had the title Zafar? Okay, so you already know this. You already might have heard about this guy, that is Bahadur Shah Zafar. So the correct answer is Bahadur Shah Zafar. Now here we have two choices, Bahadur Shah 1 and Bahadur Shah 2. Now the Bahadur Shah 1 was the first of the later Mughal rulers and Bahadur Shah 2 was the last of Mughal rulers. So the correct answer is option C, Bahadur Shah 2. Okay, the correct answer is option C, Bahadur Shah 2. Okay, the Maratha chieftain who took over Delhi in 1760. Now, Marathas by 1750s and 1760s were the paramount power in India. And one of the reasons Marathas rose to power was the leadership of Nana Sahib, along with his chieftain like Sadashiv Bhau. So basically, Sadashiv Bhau took over Delhi. So the correct answer is Sadashiv Rao Bhau. Okay, the two major. Okay, so here I think the battle should come. I'm sorry about that. The two major battles witnessed by Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II is Mughal Emperor Shah Alam witnessed two major battles. One is Battle of Buxar, okay, and the second is Battle of Panipat, the third Battle of Panipat. So basically, the answer is the Battle of Panipat, the Battle of Buxar, option B. 13th option is B. When was the third Battle of Panipat fought? It was fought in 1761. 1761. And it was fought between the Afghans led by Ahmad Shah Abdali and the Marathas. The Marathas were defeated. So the correct answer is 1761. Okay. Who became the Mir Bakshi after the third battle of Panipat? So basically Mir Bakshi is your military commander, okay, like the defense minister. And Mir Bakshi was Najib-ud-Dawla. Option A, Najib-ud-Dawla. So Najib-ud-Dawla was the founder of Rohilla kingdom. We will deal with that later, okay. So we will deal with Rohillas in the rise of new kingdoms, a very small kingdom, not that important, but still important, okay. So the correct answer is Najib-ud-Dawla. When was the Battle of Plassey fought? Battle of Plassey is a very important event in history of India. It was fought in 1757, right? For now, just remember 1757. Remember this. The Mughal emperor deposed by Marathas. So actually there were two or three Mughal emperors who were deposed by Marathas, but Shah Jahan III was one of those Mughal emperors who was directly rejected by Marathas, that he can't be the Mughal emperor. So the correct answer is B, Shah Jahan III. The humiliating treaty signed by Mughal emperor after Battle of Buxar. Okay, so basically what happened? Before the Battle of Buxar, three people teamed up. One was the Mughal emperor, the second was Nawab of Oudh, and the third person was Nawab of Bengal. Okay, Mughal emperor, Nawab of Bengal, and Nawab of Oudh. They fought against the Britishers. The Britishers defeated all three of them, and that is why the Mughal emperor was forced to sign the Treaty of Allahabad. So the correct answer is option C, Treaty of Allahabad. Okay, so when was the Treaty of Allahabad signed? So the Battle of Buxar was fought in 1764. Remember, this is a very important date. 1764, Shah Alam fought against Britishers. Shah Alam, Nawab of Bengal, and Nawab of Oudh, they three were defeated by the Britishers. And that is why they were forced to sign the Treaty of Allahabad in 1765. The correct answer is B, 1765. Okay. Which Maratha leader reinstated Shah Alam as the Mughal emperor? Now remember this, Shah Alam was a weak Mughal emperor. Okay, that's practically every later Mughal rulers. Now Shah Alam was not really in Delhi. He was basically a puppet under the hands of Afghans, then by the Marathas, and later by the Britishers. So basically, when Marathas defeated the Britishers, actually before the war with the Britishers, the Marathas gave Shah Alam the power to come back to Delhi. So it was basically the Marathas under Mahadaji Shinde. Okay, remember this, Mahadaji Shinde. He is actually the great grandfather of Scindia, Jyotirao Scindia. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Okay, so basically he was the great grandfather of Scindia dynasty. So basically he established the Scindia dynasty. So the correct answer is Mahadaji Shinde. Okay. Which emperor is also known as the blind Mughal emperor? Okay, so remember this. Shah Alam II was blinded by Najib ud Daula's grandson. Okay, so basically the reason he was blinded was because of vicious hatred. Anyway, it's not really important, but remember this, the blind Mughal emperor is always known as Shah Alam II. Shah Alam II, okay, who was appointed as Imad-e-Mulk. Now remember this, Imad-e-Mulk was always Firoz Jung. Firoz Jung, the correct answer is option A, Firoz Jung. The Mughal emperor who awarded the title of Raja to Raja Ram Mohan Roy was, remember this, the correct answer is Akbar Shah II. So basically what happened is, Akbar Shah II was basically the father of Bahadur Shah Zafar. And he was a Mughal ruler, and he was a weak Mughal ruler, and he was basically under the protection of the Britishers. So what happened is, he was basically getting the salary from the Britishers. Okay, so basically Akbar Shah II was getting the salary from Britishers. Now he felt that his salary was low, that is why he asked Raja Ram Mohan Roy to go to Britain and plead to the Queen that the Britishers should increase his salary and his pension. Raja Ram Mohan Roy went to London, Britain, and tried pleading the case, but unfortunately he didn't succeed. So the correct answer is Akbar Shah II. Okay, the Mughal emperor who was nicknamed Rangila. Now the later Mughal rulers, all of them, practically all of them, were weak. They've run after women and wine, they were just weak. But Muhammad Shah was exceptional. He was just on another level. He loved women, he loved wine, he just loved animal fights. So the correct answer is Muhammad Shah. He was nicknamed as Rangila. Okay. Then the 25th, Bahadur Shah Zafar was exiled too. So after the defeat in 1857, which we will explore in detail, Bahadur Shah Zafar, the last Mughal ruler, was exiled to Rangoon. The correct answer is Rangoon. Which invader took away the peacock throne from India? So when Nadir Shah invaded India, after the Battle of Karnal, Nadir Shah took away the peacock throne. So the correct answer is option A, Nadir Shah. Jahandar Shah was supported by this Iranian noble. So basically, Jahandar Shah succeeded after Bahadur Shah, and Jahandar Shah, being a weak ruler, he was supported by Iranian faction led by Zulfikar Khan. Remember this, the correct answer is option C, Zulfikar Khan. Okay, so important Bundelal ruler during the era of later Mughals. Now remember this, the Bundelal ruler was Chhatrasal. Okay, so basically Chhatrasal was the father of Mastani, of Bajirao Mastani, played by Deepika Padukone. He was the father of Mastani. So the correct answer is Chhatrasal, the Sikh leader who raided the Mughal kingdom. So after the death of Guru Gobind Singh, Banda Bahadur became the de facto leader of the Sikhs. And he basically raided the Mughal kingdoms, the Mughal empire from the northwest area. So the correct answer is Banda Bahadur. The Nizam-e-Mulk under Muhammad Shah. So basically, Asaf Jah was the Nizam-e-Mulk. He later founded his own kingdom in Hyderabad. So the correct answer is Asaf Jah, okay? Option D. So let's check how many of our answers are correct. Now this is something that you should be doing. Okay, so you don't need this lecture, you just go to the link, just type later Mughal quiz, and you will be directed to this page and you can solve your own MCQ after watching the lecture. Okay, so let's check how many of our answers are true, are right. So let me just click on finish. So we basically got 30 out of 30, 100%. Thank you.